It is. It is going to be recorded. Just 1 second. Okay. So let's go ahead and just sit up for a moment on your sits bones, and you can take a second. Pon los templos. You can put your hands here at your sien and just rub for a second. I don't know how your alergias, how your allergies are, how your day is feeling, but just give a little rub. And you can take your finger and kind of rub here back behind the ears as well. And from here, just right at there, then where your head and your neck come together, maybe just give a little rub. Good. And then take a second, go ahead, cross your hands and just rub a little bit at your neck. And then take your hands over to the shoulders, and you can rub just that opposite shoulder. And then we'll start to take your hands to your elbows, and then we're going to twist and reach your arms across your body. So let's inhale and exhale, twist. Inhale and exhale, twist. Inhale and exhale, twist. Good. Inhale and exhale, twist. You just feel a little pull there. So now I want you to not twist, but just let the arms stretch across you. So inhale, and now we'll exhale and pull. Good. You might feel that all the way back into the shoulder. Inhale and exhale, pull. Inhale and exhale, pull. One more time, other direction. Inhale and exhale, pull. Let's draw a few little circles there with your arms. Good. And let it circle around in the other direction. Good. Let's take now just opposite hand to wrist and pull, pull, pull. Inhale, sitting up, and exhale, pull the other way. Good. Let's inhale. I'm going to take my right hand to my left wrist and pull and just reach all the way across my body. Let the head come with and all the way up. Now left hand to the right wrist, creating that little pull. And coming all the way around, up on the other side. Let's interlace your fingers, move your hands behind the head, and then just lightly sway here your rib cage a little bit side to side. So you can inhale to sit up and exhale to reach over. Inhale to sit up and exhale to reach over. Inhale, sitting up. Exhale, reaching. This time I'm going to pause in this reach over to the right, then lift my left arm and just let the torso come over onto this side. You can let the top arm circle, and you can let your neck just relax completely. Good. So now I'm going to take that top arm, reach it behind my back so it comes to the outside of the hip, and then take the other arm across my body and twist. Take a few breaths. Let's inhale, open back up. Exhale, take the left arm down, and then that top arm can just circle, travel around in the shoulder socket. And circle the other way. Good. And then you can let the arm just kind of come back behind you. And you'll take the opposite hand to knee and twist across the body. Then check in on your shoulder. Your chin over one shoulder, your chin over the other shoulder. Go ahead, and then we'll inhale, sweep and take the two arms up. Once again, hands behind the head and a big breath, lifting the sternum. Good. And then from here, hands resting there at the top of the head coming down, feeling the back of the neck stretch. Left hand can move to your left knee as you take your right hand to the left ear. And we'll stretch the neck. So apply a little resistance here, and then you can move your head into your hand. Good. Exhale, right hand to the right knee, left hand to the right ear, and pull, reach away. And then the hand taking the weight of the head, stretching into the armpit. We'll take two hands once again behind the head and just open the legs now. And we're going to start a little reach once again with your rib cage. Just over towards one thigh and over towards the other. Good. Inhale, stopping in the center. Your gaze moves up once again. And then we're going to exhale and sweep. Take the two arms forward. And the chin moves down and up. And we feel a stretch in the throat. We feel a stretch in the back of the neck. We'll try that one more time. And then we'll inhale, come up. I'm going to fold my left knee in and rotate towards my bent right leg. Bring my fingertips in front of the leg. And then rock my weight forward and back on my right sitting bone. Good. Let's take a little pause here and let your elbows come in. You can even rest your hands under the chin and just let your weight of the body help stretch your hip. Good. From here, we'll walk our weight right back up. I'm going to take my hands here to my elbows and now, hands to my shoulders. And now just twist, twist, twist. So kind of moving your whole torso here. Good. From here, we're going to pause with the chest opening, then circle the arms a couple of times. Going the other direction. And one arm forward, one arm back. And the other way. Good. And then from here, let's take the two hands back, push down with your 2 feet, take the pelvis up and down a few times, just releasing your hips. Good. And now we'll pause with the sits bones down and then come on to the forearms. Really let the hips stretch. And from here, I'll push back up and then pivot, pivot, pivot my hips the opposite direction. So now just folded 2 right angles between my 2 legs. And my fingertips are going to reach out over my legs. And I'm just going to rock my weight forward and back. So there's a big round and arch in my spine. I'm just letting gravity kind of stretch my pelvis and hips as I move forward and back. Good. Now I'm going to pause with an extended spine forward. Take my 2 hands under my chin and just let yourself, the torso stretching the hip. And let's exhale, pull, bringing ourselves right back up. Hands here to your shoulders. And you can do a little twist, 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 kind of rocking the pelvis. Good. Rolling into the hip. And then from here, we'll just try that circling with the shoulders and circling in the opposite direction. And from here, we're going to reach the arms all the way back behind you. And then exhale, let the pelvis come up and then down. Pelvis travels up and then back down. One more time, up and back down. And then we're going to let the forearms come towards the floor and just let the hips stretch. And from here, we'll push down with the hands, bring ourselves up. Your folded back knee. Let's go ahead, sweep it next to the opposite leg. Let's take your hands to the inner thighs. And now really let the shoulder blades move back. And you're going to stretch your back, stretch in between the shoulder blades. Go ahead, we'll inhale, come up. Go ahead, extend your right leg and bring your hands down, maybe flexing in the foot. I'm going to now lift my right leg up and stretch the hamstring. And open the leg out. And back and let the leg come across me and stretch. And then exhale, take the bend. Once again, extend your left leg long, come stretch out over it. And from here, I'll bend the knee and then extend once again, connecting my hand to the foot. And from here, we'll go ahead and let the leg travel out to the side. And then let the leg cross the midline of the body. Start to feel that in the outside of the hip and IT band. Good. And we'll exhale, bring the leg back into your center. And we'll take your two arms up now. And come twist, twist, twist. So I've got my left elbow twisting over my right thigh. And we'll inhale and sweep that up. And then exhale, find that twist the opposite way. Right arm coming across the body. Try to open up in that shoulder blade. And then we're going to inhale and take your two arms up. And then your hands once again can move to the inner thighs as we begin to slowly pull the weight of the body into the floor. Pause with your knees over your chest here, the arms out. And we're just going to sweep the legs across the body and back. So the legs are helping you kind of engage your belly muscles. And also the shoulder blades stay anchored into the floor. We should feel stretch in the hips. Good. Try that one more time. And then we're going to pause with the legs over on the left side, and you'll take your gaze to the right. Inhale, big sweep of the legs up, and they'll come to the right, and then the gaze will move to the left. And then I'm going to exhale and bring my two legs up and begin just a little point and flex of the feet. And then you're going to let one foot flex as the other foot points. One foot flexes, the other foot points. Good. And go ahead and soften the ankles for a moment and then let them circle in towards you. And now out and away from you. And then you're going to let your right leg just circle nice and light and circle the other way. Left leg circles. And then the other way. And then right leg's going to circle in or out as the left leg circles in. And left leg out as the right leg circles in. Good. Let's set the 2 feet wider than the mat. Stretch the hips to the right and then stretch the hips to the left. So you should feel that all the way up to the hip flexor, pushing down with the feet, taking the stretch. Exhale, releasing down deep. Good. Well, from here, we'll take the 2 feet, just walk up in a hair more. We'll take the arms up. A long stretch, and then let's exhale, allow the pelvis to come up and the arms to float here to your sides. We'll slowly lower the pelvis down, taking the arms overhead. And then reversing that so the pelvis comes back up. A slow float of the bones down. Good. Pause with the pelvis in the air and then bring your palms together. Slide the right fingers down the left palm and press into the feet as you press the fingertips into the palm and get a stretch in the wrist. Change the position of the hands and once again repress the feet. And then exhale, we'll take the pelvis down and we'll interlace the fingers, move the hands behind the head. And this time it's make a pulling the head up from the floor, feel the back of the neck stretch. Slightly letting the head move right and left. And then exhale to bring that down. Let the arms open up and pull the belly in. And then this time we're going to just try writing the alphabet here with your toes. So just doing little circles, little lines, H, I, J. Okay, just feeling the ankles every which way. W is tricky. Good. And then from there, just lightly kind of almost like a little mini bicycle and feel that connection quadricep into your heel, legs floating in the air. And you can take that the other way. Good. And then once again, let the right leg circle a couple times. Circle the other way. Let the head of the femur turn out and in, out and in. So you're just almost massaging the hip socket there with that movement. Good. Try that with the opposite leg. So now it's going to circle one way, circle the other way. And then the femur bone's going to turn out and in, out and in, out and in. Good. Let's circle both legs. You'll feel this a little connected into your core, especially as the legs move away from the body. You'll circle around the opposite direction, trying to keep a steady torso. And then the toes, body turns out and in, out and in. Head of the femurs. Good. Let's now let the soles of the feet come together. Take your hands here to the feet and stretch, reach, finding a long, low back. Good. Let's exhale and extend the right leg. And bring the leg back in, extend the left leg. And then let's bring both folded legs in and then out once again. Removing your sacrum down. Really feeling a big stretch in the backs of the legs. And then we're going to just close the knees, take the hands behind the thighs for a moment. Rock the back. And then perhaps let the tailbone come up and feel a big stretch. Slowly allowing the tailbone to release down. Let's take your right ankle to the left thigh and then hook your arms around the left shin. We'll set the right foot down on the floor and let the legs travel over to the left. Gaze to the right. Use a big exhale to bring the legs back up. And now just extend your left leg long and let the right foot come towards the hip crease. And then you can fold this leg over and feel a big freeing here at the hip. From here, I'm going to take my right hand once again to the right foot, stretch and extend away. And then move the leg through my center, stretching maybe two hands here. And then moving the leg across my body. Trying not to lift the hip, but just let it stay anchored for a moment. And then exhale, just freely let that leg travel all the way around, right to left, maybe a figure eight, keeping the rest of the body stable, but just feeling how much more awake that leg is. Let's exhale, bend the knee, place the foot on the floor, left foot here to the right shin, and then we're going to hug the legs up. And if it feels nice to kind of lightly rock the back, just feel that deep stretch into the hip. You can flex your left foot, kind of press the right hand into the heel for a moment. And then we're going to exhale and just let the legs float over to the right and take the gaze to the left. Push down with the right foot as you slowly bring the torso back up. And now this time the right leg's gonna extend, and I'll see about taking two hands to my left foot and letting the femur bone stretch over. If you're having tightness, soreness in your feet, you could also just massage this foot right here. And then I'm gonna take my left hand here to my left foot and let it move all the way across the body. Now the leg will move to the center. I'll breathe deep and stretch my hamstring and calf. And then just right hand to the left foot, let the leg come across the body. So try not to let the hip or back roll up too much, but keep it anchored and just the leg crosses the body. And from here, I'm going to exhale, release that leg and just let it lightly float all the way around. One way, then the other. And soften the knee, extend the knee. Good. And let's let two legs come up and just lightly lift and lower your tailbone from the floor. Stretch and wiggle your toes out. Let's hold the tailbone steady and now let the legs just sweep any which way in the air. Cross them one in front of the other. Let one circle in and the other circle out. And then reverse. Good. Shaking out the legs. Set the feet here into the floor. And then let's exhale and roll onto the side. So I'm now on my right side. And take my left hand to my top hip here and lengthen the sides of the waist. So you'll pull the bottom ribs up. And then just a few times open and close your knee. And then hold that leg, lift it up, take your hand here just to the outside of the knee. It feels nice to kind of rock a little. Good, and then let's do a little bicycling movement with the leg so it sweeps, bends, closes. Again, really working to free the hip and let it travel the other way. And then a pause, your hand can reach to the foot. And then we're going to fold in at the knee and stretch the leg behind us. So you really feel big stretch at the front of the hip. Good, and now let the leg come forward and try just a few big stretches with this top arm. So you're really freeing up your shoulder. And you can take the circles, let them travel in the opposite direction. Good, and let's just circle and reach a few times with the wrist. Good, and fan the wrist out in the opposite direction. Good, and then from here, let's just draw a few figure eights. And then let the arm travel all the way back behind you. And now this top arm can find the bottom foot and stretch. And then let's take your 2 feet, 2 knees, one on top of the other. We're going to push up. And if you can, tuck this top foot into the bottom arch and come stretch over. Reach all the way around. And again, if your foot feels sore, kind of rub there at the heel, the ankle. And then just take a twist away from the legs. And then we're going to send the legs to the other side of the body and come down, knees folded, and take this sequence on the other side. So just begin with a light lift and lower of your top knee. Good. And then we're going to hold the knee up and hug it here with the arm. So the weight of the arm can help to stretch. And if it feels nice to kind of rock the back a little side to side, help you open the hip. Good. Now let the legs stay in the air. And we'll do big reaches with the leg. So it's like a little bicycling movement. You can take it the opposite direction. Let's pause with the leg in the air and then a hand to the foot. And just stretch, 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 opening the hip. And then I'm going to bring a hand here to my ankle and reach my femur bone back, back, back. A flex in the foot might give you a deeper stretch in the hip. And if you really feel the femur bone move back, that's how we'll get the kneecap to stretch as well. And then we'll take an exhale, let that leg sweep forward. And then the top arm can circle. Good, and circle the other way. And then we'll try a few movements with the wrist. Just reaching through all the fingers and curling in back towards the body. Good. Circle, reach them out and away. And then let's try some figure eights with the arm. And then let that all move back behind you. A big stretch. And then the top hand is going to move to the bottom foot and stretch open. And then let's take this top knee, stack it over the bottom knee, and push up. And then we'll get your top foot to rest in the arch of the bottom foot. So you're kind of getting a little stretch in the ankle. And same thing, if your feet have been sore, rub them. You can take the hand to the knee and twist the whole body. Good. And then we're going to exhale and twist, reach away. So your whole torso rotates away from the feet. And then from here, let's just do a dive into the mat. I'm going to let my hips come rest here. Let my head rest on my hands for a moment. And then just lightly rock the pelvis side to side. And then curl the 10 toes under, lift one knee and then the other knee so you feel that connection. Good. Let's pause with your right knee lifted and now point the toe and lift the leg a few times, just down and up in the hip socket. Flex the foot, bend, extend the left knee, now point the toe, let the leg float off of the floor and just lift and lower a few times. Good. Now we're going to bend your two knees and then one knee, then the other. So you just want to feel that connection into the glute and hamstrings. Good. So opposition here. One leg pulls back, other leg pulls in. Let's pause with the right leg reaching back towards you, and you'll just stretch the hip a little more deeply with the hand. And we're going to switch that. So left hand to right foot. I'm sorry, left hand to left foot. And then exhale, open the two legs, taking the hands back behind the head once more, and then try to kick the heel in towards the opposite sitting bone. So this is just kind of connecting the legs a little differently here. Good. And then let's pause, let the soles of the feet come together, let the knees move apart, and then let the feet come away. Really letting the hips release. So the feet kind of reach towards the floor. Let's exhale. Extend the legs just one more time. And reach the palms over your back. Stretch the palms up. Maybe your two hands and feet come together. Good, and then I'm gonna curl my 10 toes under. Inhale and exhale. Walk my two knees in. And exhale, let my head and chest float down. From here, take the fingertips, stretch out a little bit more, and curl your 10 toes underneath. You would lift the hips high. We'll reach out through the backs of the legs. You can shake your head no, nod yes. And from here, we'll just walk your hands back towards your feet. Let's hang for a moment. And again, shaking the head no, nodding the head yes. Good. So I'll roll up my blanket here for a moment and press into my feet. I'll bring myself up nice and tall. Just shift this just a hair so we can see. I'm gonna go ahead and begin just to take my weight side to side in either foot. So one foot pokes up and the other leg pulls down. Good. Just a light little connection, toe, ball, heel. Feeling the arch of the foot active as you lift the opposite side. Good. And then we're going to slide your hands to the thighs and just try a little cat cow. Good. So keep the extension through the spine. Take one arm out and then the other. And a few big breaths. Good. We'll interlace the fingers, move the hands behind the head, open the chest. Good. Exhale, release the arms back to your side. Step your right foot forward. Bend the front knee just a few times. So we'll keep the hips steady. Good. Now let's hold the bend in the front knee and take your opposite arm and elbow together and just lightly twist a couple of times. Good. Let's interlace the fingers and round the spine, move it back. And exhale. Now place the hands behind the head and let your sternum move up. Let's exhale. Find the hands here at the thigh for a moment. Extend the spine nice and long. Find the hands there at the shin and then at the ankle, and you can straighten the leg and breathe. And then from here, I'll just pull my weight back up and step my back foot in. Once again, just kind of lightly rocking the weight side to side. Feeling your center connected. Good. I'm now going to take a big step forward with my left foot and bend and straighten the knees a few times with a very steady hip. Good. Hold the bend in the knee, take opposite hand to elbow, and just twist across. So your hips stay steady and even, and we just reach, reach, reach. Oh. Good. Let's let the fingers come interlaced. You can reach the palms out and the rib cage back. And then we'll exhale, bring the hands back behind the head, open the chest. Ooh, almost fell over. Good. And from here, let's take the hands to the thigh. And then maybe slide the hands down to the shin. And then maybe take your two hands to the ankle and reach your hips back. So many spam calls. When you feel ready, go ahead, push through the feet and bring yourselves back up. And then let's turn to face in just a little bit and just bend and straighten the knees. Good. And then pause here. Turn just the right toes out and bend and straighten the knees as you push through the foot. Good. Hold the two arms now extended, chin over one shoulder, chin over the other shoulder. And then exhale, come stretch over this bent leg. Good. Now take the top hand to the hip, and then we'll just extend, reaching over. Top arm can come right back up. You look down and look up. And exhale, we'll push, lift, turn the toes in. Take the opposite toes out, bend and straighten the knee. Really grounding through the toes, ball, and the heel, feeling the arch engaged. Pause, arms out. Good, chin over each shoulder. Good, and then we're going to take opposite, our same elbow on the arm overhead. And you can reach behind you. And the hand to the hip, and the arm slides down. And that top arm lifts now. And then we'll push into both feet to bring ourselves back up. Turn the 10 toes in. And then take your hands to the outsides of the ankles and pull back. Good. Now I'm going to take my left hand to my right ankle and reach and pull back. Take that arm over the back. And inhale, look up, get firm in my legs once again. Opposite hand to ankle, twisting across. And we'll inhale, push through the feet, bringing ourselves up once again. Let's exhale, step the legs in, and we'll just do a little pose, a couple little poses for balance here. So the right toe ball heel anchors in, left heel lifts, and the foot can come to the shin. Let's take a few breaths. I'm going to do that wrist stretch once again. So my right fingertips here at my left palm, and then press as my foot presses in. See if you can't get a little more openness on the hip too. Pushing the foot to shin, fingertips to palm. Exhale, release, let that come down. And then once again, I'll take my right heel lift, place the foot on the shin, place my left fingertips at my right palm and press in. Good. Exhale, release, let that come down. And then lightly, once again, just pedal through the feet. And then toe ball heel, I'll push down, lift my left heel, perhaps put the foot at the thigh. Good. And now you could take your fingers interlaced overhead, stretch and reach long, and once again, just open the thigh to the side. And exhale, reach the palms behind your back, stretch, open the chest. Releasing the arms, relaxing the leg. Once again, just step lightly side to side. Step your weight into the left foot, reach the right foot up, foot to the thigh. Good. Feel that deep connection. Interlace the fingers, move the palms up, arch to inner thigh to outer hip and glute. And then exhale. Palms behind you, chest opens deep. Shoulder blades pull down. Set that foot down. Take the arms overhead. Good. Now hug the two arms together behind you. And lengthen the knees. Stretch, release the neck. And then we're going to inhale, look up. Exhale, fold over. And then I'm going to just put this blanket underneath my shoulder blades and let myself come to the floor. I'll let the soles of the feet come together. Allow my hips to just release, relax. Then you can open the legs. Take a few more big exhales. When you feel ready, lightly wiggle your fingers and your toes. And circle the ankles, circle your wrists. And let's hug your knees over the chest. Rock your back. We'll roll to one side and press into a seated position. Bring the palms together to find a little rest. Eyes are closed, bowing the head. Your practice is a gift, everyone. Thank you so much. Enjoy your evening. Namaste.